Actually, it's Elise and Renekton.
Oh, I mean, it is a really deadly combination in the mid 2v2. This is the original Nidalee Renekton combination. It was decided that no top laner could survive against the level 3 dive of these two. Renekton just builds up a big minion wave, Elise passes to the top side, and suddenly you're dead. At least Sion could use his passive to survive and get some creeps afterwards, but the the Elise Zoe combination can also be really devastating if it catches you in the mid game. So a ton of pick potential out of V3 here.
Put down somewhat early. They were extremely fast in the LJL, although they did slow down in their playoffs. So see if they've got some of the pep back in their step crumbs. It's time for day 2 of play-ins. The 2020 World Championships. This is going to be a fun one. R7 back here for their second game, V3 here for their first. And teams are already spreading out. And unfortunately, Crumbs, I did not get the level 1 invade I asked for. Everyone's just relaxing here as R7 probably pretty happy with the pace of the game so far, but Reyna going to get the face breaker down. Leza is going to get shielded. Now the exhaust will be forced out here as Reyna's continuing to go. Boogie was there ready as well, but no gank angle to be found. Reyna eats a lot of return fire, but Set just going to go ahead. It's just going to hit another wave and be okay with it all. Is going to be a quick dragon though for R7 after the bot lane of V3 does reset. So it should be an easy take here. Will be no contest for V3. I do like the attempt from Boogie looking down to the bottom lane, but was well covered there by Nidalee. Top lane. In fact, neither top laner has gone back yet. I see 2 TPs, I see 2 Doran shields, and there was even a biscuit for Arce until just a moment ago, because guess who's back? It's Boogie once again. Looking here for Paz on the top side. Better get out. Oh, a good block. But here comes the Nidalee, and now going to turn things back around. Paz looking a little bit low, but the Fury Bar is charged. Jose Diodo, he's going to get in there. The tower's going to take it, but the Dominus is popped. Paz is massive, literally, as he's going to try and get for the first blood. It is Elise that is going to nab it, and now Arce is going to run him down. Paz looking a little bit worse for wear. Probably going to die here if they can try and escort the Renekton out. Paz has a little bit of health back here. Oh no! Now another TP is coming in, and where did V3 go? The spears aren't going to connect. They might just get a kill here, but it's Arce coming back from the dead indeed. Here's the Tristana going to try and scoop it up. They're going to get another kill though. Paz is going to get one at least, and now Boogie is going to fall. It is going to be alone to be donated. Yet another bit of gold, but what a mess in the top lane.
Exactly, what a mess. Everybody knew the action was happening to the top side, but you just see how strong Renekton and Elise are able to take down the Sion twice. In the meantime, V3 is putting even more pressure into the bottom lane, being able to deny the Twitch and the Rakan, but 2 kills go. Exception of Zoe.
Yeah, top side control is going to continue here though for V3. Boogie's going to get the Rift Herald off the back of that. Paz is still up 30 CS in this lane. With Blade the Ruin King also fast approaching. This is going to be quite a scary Renekton still for a while, but Alone, as you mentioned, is going to be accelerated. So we'll see which carry can out-carry here as we move through the early game. 1,000 gold-ish. Not quite, actually, for V3. But the Rift Herald...
Sion is coming, but he's late.
Yeah, Paz with a nice roam. Again, being able to move first matters a whole lot there as V3 are going to equalize on the Dragons. And it is Infernal Soul today, Crumbs. Nice and spicy to kick off day 2.
A Zoe with Infernal. Oh, your Sion!
Oh, Sion. Ooh, going to get knocked up there is Ace. The stun is going to land, though, as the arrow was used by Archer. No, it wasn't. I take it all back. But now Reyna going to get chased up. But he's going to get out of there safely. Here comes Boogie, though, back down from Rappel as R7 still trying to find a pick. Boogie not going to quite eat the tip of that Nidalee spear. And both teams are going to walk away injured, but not fell. Alone is continuing to smash plates here in the mid lane, as also a plate is picked up here in the bottom side. Rift Herald, though, top, as Paz is indeed going to be the beneficiary of this Herald. Already taking that one plate. Jose Diodo is here to answer the wave, but there we go. That's the gold that Paz was after. And like you said, Crumbs, no need to get greedy and stick around the tower trying to knock it down. Just get the plates and get out.
Yeah, this stack is going to be really dangerous for all the teams, but it seems like we're going to have our first start to a fight in the bottom lane.
Oh, Leza just unleashing here. Shadow going to get the knock up as well. Twitch ulti not up though as Reyna going to dive back in, and Leza's eating too much damage on the trade. Just a couple seconds early there for the Twitch to try and engage, and now Twitch is in danger of getting dove. You can see Ace is booking it down to the bottom lane. Oh, what an arrow! Great cleanse though.
Some good damage there. Zoe will go back to the mid lane knowing that we've seen this matchup before.
Yeah, it's nice when some homework's done for us. Alone, we're going to face check the Elise, and pretty scary with the echoes already completed, but Alone says I'm pretty scary too. Ace still going to try and make it happen, but Boogie's just going to get obliterated. Set a little too late, but always able to stop the show, as that is going to be a double kill there for V3. Now Archer going to chase down Shadow, but he bounces back in towards Leza. Ace looking for the bubble, does not unleash it, probably didn't have it. Going to just have to be a trade here, Crumbs.
They're happy with this trade. This Tristana is going to demolish this turret. Her E does so much for taking these turrets down, so it's a fine trade on the side of R7. They get their carries even more gold. Tristana continues to get solo experience, and more than anything, Tristana had blown her cleanse in that last fight. Had they looked for a skirmish or kept the Tristana in the mid lane, someone like an Ashe could have been devastating to deal with, because an arrow to the face, you might be able to buffer that jump, but you're still stunned, and then the team can follow up on you. So making this move right now, I think, is a wise move.
This second Herald, though, it's going to be mid. Don't even need to ask the question. Boogie's just going to drop it down mid. We're going to have a bit of a party. Set going to start doing sit-ups, and R7 going to have to be careful. There's an awful lot of poke coming their way. Shelly, get in there. Power's going to get low, but not out.
Is not worth it on him. He'll now leave as the rest of the team funnels back out into the mid lane and into their own red side for Vision. And it looks like the Vision wars continue, but now Sion could potentially have an angle, just waiting for the Twitch to have this ambush cooldown up.
Yeah, as you said, Crumbs, when you don't have Vision, it's so frustrating to play against V3's comp, and V3 know that they've cleared the Vision out. They're starting to just continue to throw poke and try and hit anyone that isn't named Sion. Unfortunately, Ace comes up with only the Sion, but still a decent amount of poke, and V3 are going to start the objective here. There is a control ward in the back for R7 that sees this, but V3 are just going to force them to try and make the steal.
Hey, spear. Nope. No steal. They're fine. It's only the second dragon. It can be very dangerous eventually, but it's better to not force a fight that you don't know you're going to win.
Oh, how did you hit the Twitch there? What a bubble angle there from Ace. Here comes the Set charging in. Rain looking for the face breaker, but doesn't find it, and the Haymaker also on cooldown now, as the shield was not popped. They are going to look for the trade kill. Haven't grabbed it just yet, but the tower will fall. Drowsy indeed, and there's the kill. Shadow going to be dropped there by Ace. And now Alone going to get exhausted. Will cleanse out of there, but Archer is just laying waste as Ace finds another Paddle Star, this time to the backside of Alone.
That's a great fight out of V3. The arrow we knew was going to be huge. The Ashe is so important to that R7, being 3,000 gold behind, can still win. They just need to find the carries dealing damage. Here we go.
Ooh, in there for us, trying to get the ulti happening, but Reyna is going to eat the charm instead from Rakan. Shadow, though, getting a little bit low on the return fire, but that's going to be a dead set. No, not yet. Into Zonies he goes, and now Paz dive in the backline. Look at the lockdown. Leza does grab him, and now Arce going to dive into the back of the fight, but he's just going to get face broken and punched out as he flashes over the wall out of relative safety. But Ace is still looking to chase, trying to get the bubbles through the terrain, and V3 one kill, and that's all they'll need. They should be able to nab the Infernal Dragon off that.
V3 were so happy to see that R7 was willing to engage onto the Set out of all champions. He is the support. Yeah, he looks scary, but he is not a carry. They were so happy to take that fight, and the Renekton, who was coming at the MR against both Zoe and Elise, but a fight is happening again onto the Set, though.
Ult for Sion. Reyna is the target of all the ire of R7. Pops the Haymaker, jumps out of there, and Archer's letting it rip. Arrow going to hit Shadow. There's Boogie going in. The Cocoon's going to land. Shadow going to try and dance out of there, but they are just going to get straight on top as Reyna getting there with a face breaker past the back line once again. And R7 are going to get torn to shreds by V3. That is 4 kills already, as only the jungler is left alive to watch.
You can only speculate what the calls are for V3. The second that the engage goes on to Set, they are just saying, take this fight. We cannot lose it at this point. The Renekton is flanking. They eliminate the carries, and this looks like a done deal pastry. They have been winning fight back to back, getting objectives nonstop, and this Renekton that was the initial focus of the game, which we saw from the Elise pick, has turned to be exactly what V3 needed.
Jose, that looks very dangerous, but Paz going to keep tabs on the jungler, ensures that the Baron does indeed go over to V3, and Paz might even have enough time to finish off this tier 2 mid. Is going to think better of it now that Shadow's here. Nope, I take it all back. He's got the Baron Canada back. I mean, doing his ace is just making it so challenging for R7 to even get in the river for this Vision, but that's a good bit of burst onto Boogie. Arrow, they're going to land onto Jose Diodo, taking the jungler out of the game, makes it tricky. Reyna going to be diving in there with a Saturn Pass once again. It's just wreaking destruction in the backlines of R7. And the rest of V3, they don't care about the dragon. It's not up yet. The team, though, they're up to try and get kills, as Leza is not going to get bubbled. Still has the cleanse, but Ace is just keeping everybody out of the way. Paddle Star not quite on the mark there to take out the Twitch. He was camouflaged, to be fair, and Arce buying time, I suppose. It is just so tough for R7 right now.
Pastry, you'd think we were in Florida with how many times this Renekton keeps surprising people.
A bit better right now, but I appreciate the optimism, most certainly, because, oh goodness. All right, cleanses out of there. Mark's gonna fire
Dragons, but mispositioning from V3 can be punished with a team fight loss, but here's another pick.
Oh, it just hurts. Oh no, CC follow-up though. You couldn't quite get there in time. Good ulti there as well from Rakan to try and disengage the situation, but Reyna is gonna find the face breaker, but he's got no teammates to follow up on. They ran out of CC somehow. I didn't think that was possible, but I don't think it matters. Archer just laying into us. They see you later, Scion.
Baron, here's an attempt that may be a pick, but this Renekton's thinking about turning.
Yeah, Paz just destroys that port with the Rift, and they're going to go ahead and take this Baron. They don't even need all 5 of them. Ace and Paz are keeping the rest of R7 busy, but you kind of alluded to it already, Crumbs. I think if this was a movie, the tagline would be, they thought they had caught Set, and they were wrong, as Ace is certainly caught alone. That's going to be a nice clean kill there for the Zoe.
I was thinking the tagline could have been something like Crocodile Joust. I was going to say Joust, but it's like, okay, I guess a lot of animals do have that.
Crocodile Dundee 3, Crocodile's Revenge. Yes, Paz has certainly been on form so far. Baron picked up, and see you later base as V3 just going to rush it straight down mid here to try and look to end this game. Just the Scion left to defend alongside Shadow. Here's Rakan is desperately trying to keep the Nexus afloat. 2 more though respawn for R7, but V3 are not done with this push, Crumbs, as Jose Diodo is going to make his way back in, but V3 are going to go for the throat. There's the dunk in again from the Set. Jose Diodo does take down the Set, but Archer is just going to lay waste to the rest of the backline. No, Crumbs, it's about the KDA as Archer with the GA is going to try and get maximum value, but V3, their first game at Worlds, and it is a dub.
Dang, they look good. In the first place, so I'm surprised they want to round this composition out this way. I feel like this is actually going to give Envy a very happy laning phase here, and he has a very cool array of ultimates to steal, not only being able to boost himself with HP, but also now have a Nautilus ultimate to add on top of it. I think that Envy can be in a really prime position to carry this game, Pastry.
Yeah, certainly I can see why they wanted the side
playing.
What do you mean? That city's really there, Crumbs? Are you telling me? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Don't shatter my illusion, Crumbs. Let's watch some League of Legends instead. Supermassive. We're going to try and put a win on the board. INTZ certainly wanting to do the same in Dire Straits, already 0-2. Supermassive get to start off fresh-faced here on day 2. As we have a quick check-in with the runes. Not
jungle camp is a really good sign.
And here's the Ghost, there's the stunner. Unwood's going to be in trouble. Kakao, I've seen this so many times. And that's first blood over to the Shen.
Oh, that is a great gank to have now.
Gank with Kakao, he's doing just fine on that front as well. Shinny going to get stunned. After the stun, that's a dive incoming. There's the flash, there's the auto, and Shinny's going to pick up Balulu.
What a spear there, knowing that the Lulu. And I'm starting to have doubts if Supermassive have enough damage.
Redbird, I love the play, just barely missing the Zenith Blade. But that roam from bottom lane, Balulu was... He was about to get killed again.
Fine, and there's also a Shen that is going to be available with an ultimate now. So just playing the objective game is going to be a fine look here for INTZ, knowing that you have the champions that you are comfortable with, and I'm pretty sure you're actually going to end up out-damaging Supermassive pretty heavily if they don't get Iona or Jhin, where all he knew was that his own bottom lane had base, and that the enemy bottom lane was not in the lane as well. 8 minutes in, it's safe to assume that this swap is happening. And Hecarim is going in for a fight with Shen ultimate.
Gets stunned though, but Shinny is going to eat quite a bit of damage. He's going to flash over the wall, but there's a center ulti over the top, and Armut's going to ride in and take down the jungler. Now Kakao looking to chase down Redbird as the next softened up target, and that's going to be an easy kill there as the double kill goes over to the Shen. Renekton just gets killed surgically by the Doctor in the top lane, and Kakao finishes off.
For that one, because now they get to use that Rift Herald, but where? Where are they going to find value for that when the re-engage happens from Envy?
Mortal Assault here, but there's Riptide away from Snowflower, and Balulu's hit.
And now they're thinking about diving there. Oh, the E-miss, but it doesn't matter. They can still go for him.
Tried to read the Duke. Here's the TP though. Armut with the taunt though. He's trying to leave. He's in a literal 1v5, and he gets a kill. He's going to get another kill. He's an absolute madman with the Titanic Hydra. He's going to make it look all so easy as Balulu sweeps in at the last second and didn't even need to ulti. to keep the Shen alive.
Oh, it's disaster, Pastry. They thought they had an opportunity since they saw multiple members in the bottom. You knew you could outplay him, but he's so strong right now. And with the initial CC being missed, and it felt like people weren't really too sure that the dive was happening, you could see that they were second-guessing themselves, as not everybody was as close to the Shen as you would have liked them to be to follow up on the CC right away. And it's just going to go from bad to worse. Losing to the top lane Shen, who now has a 500 gold percentage HP with a ton of damage behind it.
Yeah, and you don't always get to do this, right, Shen? You always want to do this, but sometimes, you know, the game doesn't afford you that luxury. But with 5 kills and a single assist for 100% KP there for Armwood, he's absolutely able to go for this more aggressive build. Stuns Chain in the mid lane. Balulu gonna wild growth himself, flashes out of there. Last bullet ready to go. Does connect, but Balulu tanky enough with the shields and his own ulti.
Very good itemization there from the Lulu, especially...
Alive though, so Kakao has not started the dive. But there's an Nautilus ulti, Kakao poking around, but sees 2, decides maybe the dive isn't worth it. Zeitnot able to poke down the tower. That's mid prior for Supermassive as they are looking to take this next dragon. Macau though, actually grabbing first tower, interestingly. All alone there in the top lane.
If you miss that one, you also lose the dragon when you already have secured vision with both mid and bot lane shoving. Best to play it safe and look for a fight that you know goes right and you won't come.
Rifko going to be started here by Shinny. We'll see if INTZ can nab this one.
Yeah, they're taking their time here. They have a Senna, which is going to be fine later into the game, and they just want to make sure that the fights they take are the ones that they're going to win. They're playing it just calm and collected, and they have to remember that all their gold is in the Shen as well. So if they actually take a 4-on-4 in another part of the...
So although Balulu is going to extend that advantage, as he does complete
in an even bigger way during the team fights.
Well, Stu Adams now done for Armwood. And Death Dance on the way for Kakao, so is going the aggressive route here on the Hecarim. Skipping his gemstone as well in his enchant, but it doesn't need it. Wants the big ticket items instead. Rift Child pop bottom lane. That is going to be the tower full fitted over. But that'll likely be a trade for mid out of here. Supermassive not too upset with how this is going. Tay will be very thankful for the gold, given how fed his lane opponent is.
They had trading 1-for-1 or him just getting a flash out of it. So they are really in a pickle here. Sylas is a good match. INTZ have to avoid him, but they're going to go on to Envy. He's in trouble.
Yeah, that ult's not going to do enough, although maybe he's going to deny the dive for a little bit longer here. GOP pop for Balulu, and Envy just about to get scooped up. There's a good stun though laid in onto Kakao. The wild growth gets popped. Onslaught of Shadows out for safety, but Macau pops in with a bullet and is able to take him down. Armwood now going to look to take down Tay, flashing forward, but the flash is used by Tay as well to get a little bit extra distance, but the chain is not quite there. The taunt, I think, just hit on the end of it, and Armwood just slaps him down with the scalpel. The flash from Balulu is going to avoid the chains from Envy. Snowflower also off to the wall to get out to safety as Zeitnot's here to make sure his teammates are A-okay.
Oh, they're thinking about re-engaging, but they're going to be fine. They're in the bot lane. Yes, the Renekton did need to kill a few members of the opposition if they want to go for that objective. Shen's already grouped here, not willing to risk his Shen ultimate being cancelled. He has most of the gold. He needs to be involved. The dragon is already up, but the engage is finding Lulu.
Kakao also on the flank with the fight. Is going to stop Balulu, going to be the target. Here comes Kakao riding in. A great Senna ulti there for Zeitnot is going to make sure Tay falls and his teammates stay alive as Balulu is going to take down Redbird.
Fighting front to back against this comp is so deadly. The Lulu was able to make it out alive, and not a lot of damage on the side of INTZ. Was able to jump in there. Their CC was still held as a threat. If they committed, Hecarim could have always re-engaged and destroyed their backline. So they play it out.
Souls now. He's got Runan's Hurricane. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's the first time I've ever seen that on Senna.
Yeah.
Me personally. Oh, Kakao's going to interrupt me because he's trying to kill Shinny. Chasing down Macau now instead. His Hecarim just will not be stopped. Envy with a decent counter ulti that he stole from the Hecarim, but Armwood is godlike and well-deserved as Kakao's going to run back in onto Redbird. The bullets there from the Jhin, not enough to take down Zeitnot, and Balulu's going to scoop up the second kill.
Oh, this game has gotten so out of control. Pastry, Supermassive, doesn't even care about objectives anymore. They can just fight non-stop, and there's not much that INTZ can do. They try to re-engage there. It was cute to steal the Hecarim ultimate and go in, but Kakao actually kited out quite well and blocked the chains from the Lulu to make sure that he can keep his support alive, who's doing a fine job in being a utility for this team that already has all their carries and more.
And now it's time for Baron. Supermassive get their picks. And oh goodness, that's a snipe. Oh, with the jungler dead, it's just not even fair now.
No, it's not. And I really wonder if that was a misclick to the RFC, because normally RFC is really, really good on Senna.
Yes, it is. And when I saw the Zeal, that's what I thought was coming out.
They look the same, the red and yellow, so you think like, okay, could maybe
start with the same letter. You know what? Maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see what happens. Again, certainly not something I've seen, but not riding enough just yet. Kakao is just bullying the enemy team, though. Here comes Shen, but Makal's already been scooped off the rift. And now the rest will follow here as Redbird once again will be left at the mercy of the Hecarim as Shen gets kill number 9. Morton has been unstoppable right now on this Shen. A Supermassive going to knock down mid lane and maybe more.
They don't have to base. They can just end the game here.
Going to be a pretty impressive Baron power play at the end of it all. Supermassive just going to indeed go for the kill. It's 2v5 right now. It's Supermassive that is going to clean up the rest of these turrets. They have arrived to Worlds in style as Kakao's Hecarim alongside that Shen will take out INTZ, but not before Envy has left to his fountain in Zhonya's. Getting bullied by the rest of Supermassive. Armwood is legendary, and rightly so, as Supermassive are going to finish off the Nexus and pick up their first win of Worlds 2020.
Group A just got a whole lot more interesting, Pastry, because Supermassive just gave us the most decisive win that we have seen out of this group thus far.
Here?
Oh, there it is. It's Orianna bottom.
Oh, it is too. Ain't that fancy?
Look at that. This is what's exciting about this team. This is why people were thrilled about this roster, not only because they play Kassadin more than any other team at Worlds, but they have an answer to Caitlyn that no one else has tried, as far as I know, at least this year. Orianna bottom against it. Let's see how good Gadget is on this pick, because we're obviously going to be looking at this pick from the eyes of a mid laner. If they can deliver, or at least keep up in the laning phase and perform and team.
Could be a fun option, and like we said, like Worlds is a long tournament played on one patch with the best teams in the world in attendance. You learn quickly, or you drown, unfortunately.
It's just a really solid 1v2 champion, and if teams are not used to this, which no team is, lane swaps have not happened in so long, then they can start falling behind in the early game, and you are going to have a very scary Caitlyn to deal with. Here we go. It is that lane swap. UOL sees it.
Yeah, Boogie gives it up. He's like, hey, Ananasik, how you doing? Santa's here as well. The No Man's also off to the side. Reyna going to face check. Set though pretty durable even at level 1. Gets the face breaker down. And there's the taunt coming in. And Santa's wishes he was somewhere else. Oh, is Ananasik going to go back in? Boss with the stun. That's a first blood for the Camille. TP in for UOL. It's carnage already. Here's Gadget looking to play. The red buff did go over to Boogie though, I believe, but first blood went to Unicorns of Love, so who's the real winner? It may be Paz, who knocks up Santa's with the Q, but he's going to be out of there. And this lane swap's turning into a full-on extended jungle invade. Ooh, little short on the blast cone, but perhaps it's better off this way. And now Gadget's top lane because they have to match the lane swap and have a bad time. Also, Boogie might face check this Graves, but it's level 2 to level 3, and now Boogie's getting over. Nusik happy to fight here. Graves just so aggressive, but Boogie does get the smite down. I believe he got the big raptor. He's running low on mana though, but Ananasik's trying to get that last few shots in and will force the flash.
Okay, so at least Karthus got a...
Just respects the situation and gets himself out of there. Boogie is top lane, actually going for this Reyna with the Hex Flash in. But the hooked in onto Santos, that's just going to be a kill. Yeah, Santos is going to take out the Karthus. And Gadget, will he live to tell the tale? Archer going in, he gets the kill. Flashes out of there, and now Santos, no flash, but he does have Ignite. But Randy going to play Gatekeeper here as Archer gets away with it.
Okay, this one's getting messy there. It hurts the Orianna more. It's just getting both with as little gold as possible and guaranteeing that you're going to have a higher impact that way.
Santos is going to match, and Anasik is going to get the dragon, but if cast your mind back, Crumbs, you know, when lane swaps were very common. One of the things it often does is kind of just...
Before they're thinking about taking any of these fights, here comes Sion. Karthus must be close to hitting 6 if he's going for this.
Yeah, I think it's one camp away. That Gromp's going to die. He is 6 now, and here goes Sion. There's Gadget. TP in as well. I think Paz is going to get it after the Grave if he can, but here's Nomad to try and shut it down. He does get the kill, and now Paz going to run in after the Orianna, but I don't think he can chase it. But here comes Ace. Gonna try and get it. No, Paz just has it. Never mind.
This game, they're going into the top lane.
Like ultimatum, 3v2 here in the top side. Archer's going to be dead here easily for Ananasi because he gets the collateral damage over the top. Reina, level 4, has the Haymaker ready to go, but that's not going to be enough. And who's the second kill going to go to? It's Boss that collects his check as UOL fight back.
Oh, Unicorns is fighting is such a cool thing to see. This was what I thought they really separated them in the finals from Gambit, being able to out-team fight their opponents. And here, you did have a pretty free Scion walking into you, but being able to dodge out of those skill shots did stall long enough that forced the Galio to move down to the bottom lane. And guess what? If Galio moved bottom, he wasn't available for the play into the top lane. You would have loved to see a Galio ultimate to back up the Caitlyn up there, and maybe that fight would have looked a lot different.
All right, well, Battle Herald is on. V3 are just going to say thanks for the leash and take this objective out of there. V3's pace is breakneck so far in this game, and I like that we heard from Boogie before this game, you know, because hopefully we have a good plan, and I think in his head he's thinking they don't have much data on us either, and I don't think Unicorns a lot expected this, but neither did Archer, as the Shrubbery Santas does indeed get the ambush, and now Reina, I think he's going to die again here. The bottom lane is starting to fall a little bit apart as UOL going to pick up 2 kills once more.
Oh boy, if the concern was that Camille was going to get gold, that ship has sailed. She is giga-fed now, 3-0. If Galio was actually able to be there, things would have been different, but now he's going to go down.
Waiting arms of Ananastic as Ace is going to get shot to pieces. May get the second kill there for the Graves as UOL starting to find the tempo they like here, I think. V3 have set out like a mid laner for the last few minutes as well. Rift Herald, though, is going to get popped. This is one of the things V3 got, playing so quickly back and forth both sides of the map, and that is going to be first tower as well. So that's a lot of gold back over. Going to cut that gold lead down pretty significantly. UOL now only up by about 1,500 gold.
They're up this gold, and they're not going to defend this tier 2 that V3 is going to go for. Instead, we'll just concede the second dragon, get a little bit more gold in their pockets, and then rotate over. So nobody was going to come back to this lane after this. But the scary thing is that it's going to get to the point where no one on the side of V3 can side lane whatsoever against anyone on Unicorns of Love. They're going to dominate that department. And if V3 is conceding these dragon fights, Unicorns of Love having this early dragon stack can just forego the next few V3 isn't prepared for this. Unicorns can strike out of nowhere. Now that Camille is here, her flash is up. You saw how quickly she was able to delete Archer. She has to stay next to the set. It's her best chance of surviving.
Comes Scion, but actually Santos goes in, and that's going to be a kill in onto Boogie. Already going to take down the Karthus. Here's the ultimate out of him. Galio with a very nice taunt. Going to shut down Boss. Ananasi going to go down as well. And Reina over the top with a show stomp. It's going to do just that as Paz and Archer are chasing down the rest. Flash in there for the Caitlyn's going to give that kill over. And now Santa's going to have to run away and hook himself to the wall. No Man's, though, on the back end of the play. He's able to take down Reina. And who got the Herald? I believe No Man's got it. And he is going to get the eye and try and dip away. He's level 12, but he's getting chased out by the Galio. Nice roof walk, though. Gets him out from under the incoming Justice Punch. But is there any more left here? Ace is wanting to chase down this Cassidy. He's got double buffs as well. He's going to get the Q down, but he needs a little bit of extra help. The taunt not quite there in range. Nomads is going to get knocked up, and the Blast Cone's going to move Ace over as well, and that Justice Punch is going to force the flash, but Ace just follow flashes instead. And now Nomads, he rift walks over. He somehow had a little bit of extra mana left over. And Archer might finally get a kill after all. He's so close to being in range. That Q just barely misses. And now UOL, they're going to try and save the cast, and they're going to TP in, and Nomads, he gets the kill, he's got mana back, he's going to go in as well. Archer getting low, he's going to get slain by Boss, surely. There's the double kill for the Kassadin. He had no mana, he had no health, he had no hope, and somehow he's gotten 2 kills and assists, and he's almost back to half HP.
It was won! They had won the fight! It was a shame they lost the Herald, but the pace on the Kassadin turns into 2 kills for Cass and another one for Camille. Such a painful play, and that's a hurt pause. That's a hurt pause. Whoa.
It's like, oh, we're back in game. You know, goal is fairly even as we look up. It's 1,300 or so for UOL. They're going to take this third dragon as well. That's a really...
It's so scary, so many kills, and now they're killing people in the side lanes again.
And it's just a menace. Level 14, 2 items, almost fully stacked to Rod of Ages. Can't be far away from Transform. I'm sure Boss is diving poor Ace, who's been resourced from all the swapping, and Boss will just clean that one up. And this is kind of what I was trying to get at, where it's like, yes, the gold was close when we looked at it, and I think the scaling is like, I don't want to say equal, but like both teams have scaling champions they can rely on. I think the problem is that all the gold has gone to the scaling for UOL, where it's a little bit more evenly distributed on the other side, and the threats, the big threats for UOL are just online so much faster than you might expect. I mean, this Camille and Cassidy, like these are champions that are so challenging to deal with, you know.
You have to group up, and if you do, you're now conceding pressure in the sides, which allow the Cassidy to just have free access to. Look at what he does.
Yeah, he just doesn't care. I refuse to believe.
Wait a minute.
Oh, that's actually quite a lot from Archer. Boss also going to get spotted, but Reyna already dead. Gadget going to actually nab the last hit. And No Man's actually going to go back to base. He can just TP in if he needs to. Great shockwave there from Gadget. Looks so good on this Orianna, and now the enemy jungler is going to be forced to flash away. UOL are going to chase in, and Anastic is going to grab that kill. Boss is going to dive into the backline onto Ace. Here comes the Requiem, but I don't think it's enough. No Man's dominating after the TP back in, takes down Archer. That's another kill dead as Ace falls, and Paz, he's going to be the last one left alive as UOL are going to kill the zombie Scion and grab themselves the ace.
This is fantastic pastry. See the bottom lane deal with what V3 threw at you, which was just unorthodox from start to finish, and just stay true to their win conditions and execute in the team fight is really impressive. I think the UOL hype is definitely living up to it.
Yeah, this is quite the game. Again, we're under such, like, different circumstances, right? Like,
do things in a team fight, because yeah, we know you can farm, but can you play Orianna like a regular mid?
Oh my goodness.
Can you play League of Legends is the question I asked Boogie.
No, you cannot. If you're up against the level 16 Cassidy with 3 items, finish it under 25 minutes with Infernal Soul, no. The answer is no, Crumbs. You don't get to play. Ace, you don't get to play either. Oh my god, goodbye health.
Chase him. He can chase him.
He is. I mean, of course he can. He's just dead. Oh, I wish he refocused the channel was happening. Oh, a Q almost killed him. That was cool.
Mana.
Out of mana. Oh no.
Don't let him auto you.
I think he's gone too far. I think he did. Yeah, he went too far. All right, good work, Archer. Cleaning it up. That's a big bounty. All right, still fighting. Good shockwave. Finds 2. UOL still in there as No Man's has been quite the distraction. Here's a big taunt coming in. Finds 3, I think, on the taunt. But Santa's going to clean it up. And I think UOL just too far ahead, Crumbs. The gold lead is ridiculous. No Man's is giving away his life, but for a good cause here. As the Nexus is going to be Unicorns of Loves in short order. Ananastic getting low, but not get dead just yet. Carter says, I don't think so. Ace in the hole as well, just in case. Reyna trying to keep fighting, as Paz also tying up the rest of them left in the base. Gadget is going to get a kill, but there's Boogie with a shutdown onto Gadget. Paz low, but Archer still fighting as Boss wants to get the Caitlyn, but he can't quite find the range. And now Boss is going to get the Ace in the hole blocked by Santas, as he's going to look to go back in, but he shuts down Paz instead, not wanting to get punched anymore by the undead Scion. And that was a completely normal passenger play I just had to play by play.
Archer just used Caitlyn ultimate 3 times in that fight. Only able to find his mark at the right. At the tail. Another kill. Okay.
Feisty, taking down Boogie. He only got... I thought he was dead, but he's not. The nightmare's not over. Paz is the target. That feels bad. Oh my goodness, Scion, no! I'm so sorry, No Man's! Don't do it like this. He's going to get taunted 1v4. He said that's enough. Doesn't have to flash. Oh, actually, he's going back in. That's so gross, No Man's. And I know we haven't been outside of V3's base in a while, but if you're wondering, they have lost all their inhibitors and only have 1 Nexus turret. UOL are trying to put an end to this game, but No Man's is trying to do it in style. What a shockwave combo as they send in Santas for the absolutely stylish finish that only the Unicorns could find. And that's going to be an ace, a death again for No Man's, but it is worth the glory as UOL are going to get yet another team wipe, and they'll claim their first Nexus in style as they take down V3.
Unicorns of Love give us some of their old Camille and Cassidy, but also with the Orianna to the bottom lane to open up.
Look for them. It's not just about, playing it slow, only winning lanes. Peanut is going to have an early game influence. He has 3 separate lanes that are all pretty solid to gank for. I expect to see a lot of his time spent around mid lane, potentially roaming that up towards top early on, because LGD with Peanut on this champion are looking to pop off early.
And it's what Peanut has done so well for them throughout the course of the LPL. Rainbow 7, on the other hand, they have tools. You've got
Times we've seen Peanut on the international stage and a little bit of Peanut Lee Sin, but I believe it was a Peanut Lee Sin for SKT at MSI 2017 against the Gigabyte Marines, where he got almost 20 kills on the champion.
That was a fun game.
I had the pleasure of standing behind him on stage, watching, you know, the POV from him and the absolute terror he inflicted in that game, and now has the
pure life steal.
Yeah, and the other thing too that I think is pretty cool is Mark finds the jump.
Goes in. Level 2 for Mark already. The Ignite goes down onto Latha. Now, should just be able to walk away from this.
Yeah, already. Jose Diodo is on the right side of the map, but still very far away with Xie to follow.
We were talking about this so much in draft. Xie and Peanut teaming up. Now, Xie did walk across the ward. Asa is going to try and get rid of as much of this minion wave as possible. Langxing still tanking up the tower. Peanut goes low. One more shot will be enough. And that's the kill over to Rainbow 7. 1 for 1 in the top of those before they can go for the all-in.
Yeah, one thing to keep in mind for LGD, teleport advantage for Langxing in the top side and wards to come to.
That's why Nautilus is so good into Rakan. Chef's kiss. Beautiful stuff there from Shadow.
Side of the pit, you're going to be able to take that one without revealing too much.
So as you say, Peanut not really on vision here, but I wonder if Jose Diodo is actually going to go for the blue invade. You saw Alone like shadowing up towards that top side. They know the blue's up, and now that they know Peanut's on the bottom side of the map, I'd love to see that invade. You're a level up still, perhaps you can snowball that advantage.
Yeah, instead it looks like Jose Diodo with the Rift Herald spawning is going to want to go ahead and take that one. Of course, coming off of this play, if Lee Sin is actually revealed bot side, he gets so much off of it, because then it's 3 camps top, and Peanut is coming around with the ulti.
The Destiny coming down, Xie's looking for the fight here. Stun card lands, there's the Dragon's Rage, and there's first blood to LGD.
Yeah, good stuff right there. Kramer a little bit sad. He's like, wait a second, where's my assist, guys? I'm the AD carry, but they're going to get a lot of plates down bot side, and it should be a overall gold win for LGD with Jose Diodo.
Down. And the question actually becomes for Rainbow 7, how much of the advantage on Jose Diodo can you translate into the other lanes? Right now, Stun Card's going to come out, he flashes. Peanut still on the chase with the Sonic Wave, doesn't have the ult. There's a Shockwave available here for Alone. Peanut tries to flash over it. Peanut will go down. 1-for-1 trade in the mid lane as Alone now tries to turn it back around on Xie. But here comes Langxing. Flash away. Hexagol to him. Diving under the tower. Alone surviving for as long as possible. And Langxing should be able to walk on out.
They're going to make that one work. LGD fighting around mid, even without the ultimate there from Peanut and working with Xie to make it happen too.
Pretty sure he'd prefer not to have the 2 deaths, but
But you know what? He's making it happen.
Doing things on the map. We saw flashes traded in the bottom lane. Kramer flashed away from Shadow, who was flashing in with a hook. Does for them.
Yeah, right now Xie still doesn't have the ultimate yet. He does rock the teleport, so he can get into this bottom lane, but doesn't have the wards to set up as Ase goes to the fight.
He knows that Langxing doesn't have flash or Hexagon. If he hit the knockup, I actually think Langxing there is dead.
But now maybe we're concerned because Peanut is coming topside, and I believe there's one ward in Tribrush that's not getting canceled out, so Ase should know what's going on, and Jose Diodo is trying to sprint up here to help out.
Let's see, actually, perhaps if Peanut is... Yeah, so this is the flash for flash that you can see.
Oh, but there's actually just about to be a fight on Krug Camp. We lost it on the minimap for a second here because 3 players from R7 are roaming up.
Peanut's going to get... Jumps away. Oh, great safeguard just over the searing charge of the Ornn, and now the chase is on. Command Dissonance used. Ase's going to flash forward, and Peanut feels the hammer in his back. A kill over to Ase, second of the game for him.
It's a really good punish right there from Rainbow 7. You know, Peanut was looking for a gank initially, then converts it into the Krug Camp. But of course, there's a ward in the Tribrush. He didn't expect, he doesn't have a sweeper to try and block that one out. So Alone and Jose Diodo came up and were able to punish him.
Rift Herald was used in the top lane as well. That's first tower of the game over to Rainbow 7. Still a 400 gold lead to LGD. They've been able to pick up a few more of these plates in the other lanes.
Yeah, and it's a 2-level lead in the jungle. So, like, wait them at this spot, because as you can see, Langxing going topside, no TP.
Peanut wants to fight Alone. There's the Destiny coming out as well. Here comes the quickness mark. Flashes in. Destiny Gate used, and Alone almost falls. Doesn't get the shockwave off in time. Jose Diodo falls down towards the bottom side of the fight. Ase's coming in with the Call of the Porch Guard. The Ram finds its mark on Xie, who locks in another gold card. Then pops his stopwatch. Mark jumping back forward. Jose Diodo looking at the spears across the wall. Just trying to get that chip damage in, but right now LGD are able to get out with a single kill.
Look, it's supposed to be a numbers advantage fight for Rainbow 7. They had the TP advantage, but LGD find the pick, so they actually had this brief window where they could punish, and then a couple of mechanical failures for Rainbow 7 give LGD the kill, and now they're going to be potentially able to fight over this dragon while Langxing gets a free lane topside.
Langxing will be looking for that tower. Plates, of course, have fallen off now, so won't get all of that extra gold. And actually looks like LGD are going to give this one up. Second dragon of the game, not vital. It's only a mountain. Drake's not going to give you too many stats. Only really the Ornn benefiting a lot from Minion will fall. Mark has the battle dance just to dive back onto Kramer. And they will walk away. There's the Rift Herald, as you say, 16 minutes in. No plates for it to take, but mid lane usually is the place we see the second Herald used to try and crack that open and give yourself just that little bit more flexibility in how you position around the map.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if this TP from Xie is going to be able to stop this push on with the Rift Herald. He does get the minions, and actually, Rainbow 7 are backing away, so it will just take this turret very, very low, unable to actually finish it off.
I mean, Xie is ungodly scary right now. Like, he's a dark twisted fate. They have to deal with a lot of other threats.
Now, here we go, fighting the top side.
Hextech Ultimatum used on Alone. There's the Shockwave. Here comes Jose Diodo. ZA gets the stun card onto Jose Diodo, and now GA is going to try and trade back onto Alone, but can't quite get the damage down.
Wow.
Look, what? That was just an empowered auto attack. That's a stacked deck.
That was rough, and he switched over. He has Exhaust and Heal while no one's bot side, so Rainbow 7 losing a lot there. I mean, one more thing. GA, can he find it?
He's looking for it. Stop. The stun card comes out. Jose Diodo flashes forward, gets the heal, gets out. That was an interesting mechanical series of plays, but we give him credit for getting out.
Yeah, like, I don't know if it was a mechanic. It's so hard to actually have influence in these fights outside of the queues.
Alone is all by his lonesome here, and I'm sorry, man, but this bottom lane looks like
he
it
actually...
might be wow, okay.
Okay.
Like, that's a great shockwave.
It was a really good shockwave. I think Longsheng pulled the trigger on his E a little bit too early because it interrupted that E, the second part of it, so... Longsheng will be unable to finish off that Trinity Force. Kramer looking strong as well. Peanut's just getting perma-denied. Here we go. Kramer unloads.
Spray and pray coming out. Leth is going to flash away, but Xie is on the chase. Goodbye, man. That's just... You can't do anything against that as an AD carry.
Yeah, but this is the combo I'm talking about, right? You think you're solo in the lane, and then out of stealth comes the Twitch. Now comes the Twisted Fate. You can do similar things with the Camille in the range she can engage from, and that shockwave is nowhere close.
Yeah, just whiffed by quite a way there. Peanut flashing the... You haven't got the Destiny or the Spray and Pray, but you still got the quickness, and you've got that flash on the Rakan as they look to try and get into the river. This dragon might be gone before they can even get there, though. Jose Diodo is going to be able to secure it here for Rainbow 7. 2 dragons to 1, and Rainbow 7 are trying to keep that clock ticking on the Ocean Soul. Yeah,
the ultimate came back up for Alone, so he was able to zone off right there, and LGD couldn't push past the ramp. The other thing is, LGD...
Shockwave.
The Shockwave.
On Xie. The Spear. Oh, it's a cannon minion instead, but the True Shot Barrage comes in, and Xie is just knocked up and taken down. Send him back to the grave, as Xie will fall for the first time this game.
Kind of dark.
Medically, you wouldn't be able to do it. Hextech Ultimatum used in the top lane as the flash comes out from Arce. Longsheng now winning out on these trades pretty effectively. The Trinity Force, the flash forward, Precision Protocol. Longsheng taking the tower, though. 1-for-1 trade. Longsheng invested his flash, invested his ult. He was able to take the kill.
I mean, his true damage Qs do... Like, LGD are committing to the 5v5 here. No one is in the side lane. They're looking for this one. Kramer has to unload with a huge spray and pray.
Xie has no flash, and the dragon's actually almost already done. Longsheng's going to go in. The Destiny used in the back of the pit, and they're going to Jose Diodo. The shockwave hits onto 2, but the dive is in, and Jose Diodo is Jose Dodo as he goes extinct. As Kramer's opening up with the spray and pray, but Rainbow 7 going to try and turn it around. Shadow flashing away. Laser still alive in the back of it. Peanut goes gold, and now Kramer is the target. It's a 3v2 in favor of Rainbow 7, and Laser alone, and Arce are popping off. Double kill for the Ezreal. Kramer's going to ambush his way away. Alone is on the chase, but maybe...
From LGD, but when these neutral objectives are down before Rainbow 7 is willing to force, here we go.
Shockwave going in. Longsheng's going to dive away with a hookshot wall dive. Jose Diodo still on the chase. The spear missed originally. Alone going in as well. Jose Diodo trying to get forward. The True Shot Barrage comes out. Flash away from Longsheng, but that is a big summoner burn for the upcoming fight. 1 minute on the Ocean Dragon. Kramer's flash.
The vision that Rainbow 7 have been able to set up.
It feels it really comes down to the next fight, and I just want to remind you guys, like, LGD... Kramer! Jose Diodo goes in! Kramer's alive! Survives! The Nidalee can't get onto the backline quickly enough now. The jungler is down. Rainbow 7 saw their chance, saw their opportunity to splat the rat, but the rat fought back as he got the kill. And now Rainbow 7, they turn their eyes towards the Ocean Drake. No Summoner Spellbook means no smite on Rainbow 7. Peanut's looking for the flank position. They're going to try and burst it out. An Ocean Soul will be so big for them, but Rainbow 7, is this perhaps a little bit too greedy as the Call of the Forge God comes down? Kramer has flash. Peanut's in the back of the pit. He dives forward. The shockwave. He gets it! Laser secures the dragon and the Ocean Soul alongside it. Now Mark is dead. And you can see the Hextech Ultimatum coming up from Longsheng. But Rainbow 7 from the Liga Latino America are turning it around on the LPL's 4th seed. Kramer doing what he can, but Longsheng's already fallen. Peanut's down. Xie with the stun card across the wall. Xie just about surviving. Alone forward. We saw Laser fall as well, only Kramer left alive, but Rainbow 7, 0.
It's a 4v5, but Alone comes up clutch, and now we're on the Baron.
Mark has the quickness, he's looking to try and get in. Arce stepping forward, Jose Diodo is going to secure the Baron, and if Rainbow 7 can get out, this is 5 Baron's left alive. Langxing trying to have something to say about this as Kramer steps forward, but it's a 4v3, and the hook comes down on Langxing, has now been locked in his own Hextech ultimatum. Ase knocked up by Mark, as here comes Xie with the red card, only hits Ase. And Rainbow 7 do what they should do. They do not re-engage. They back away and fights on their head. Their ability, as you said, Ender, to have no fear, to give no damns who they are playing against, and now they are knocking on the door of LGD. First inhibitor's gonna fall. The Baron buff remains for 1 minute 40 seconds.
There's absolutely nothing LGD can do against the onslaught from Rainbow 7 inside the base.
Their second tier 2 and maybe even step forward to the inhibitor. They still have 1 minute left on this Baron. It looks like they will settle for the turret. And with it, they basically even out 7. 5 new players taking
look
it
at this
to the
pick.
LPL as they look for the pick. Lacer's going to get called out by Mark Kramer with Blade of the Ruin King. Lacer does have flash, but he's not going to use it. And the GA comes down, Lacer head in his hands as he realizes perhaps he's cost his team the game. He tries to trade back onto Xie, the exhaust is used. They're just delaying and delaying and delaying. They want to make sure
it's so smart.
that the Elder Dragon will spawn while Lacer is dead and Kramer is dominating now.
It's so smart from LGD, leaving him alive, because now his respawn time will be the exact...
Alone, looking for that shockwave, looking to try and dive in. Kramer steps forward, opens up the spray and pray. Ase jumps onto the backline, but the shockwave is incredible! And there goes Twitch! And now Lacer can join the fight. Xie is looking to push in the mid lane. The Call of the Forge God coming out, and this should just be the Elder. Rainbow 7, there was a mistake. There was a momentary lapse from Lacer, but Alone is not willing to give up the game.
Every single fight around this dragon, Alone Shockwave has been immaculate. Multi-man, 3, 4-man, right there. It's only one, but it's the one that matters most. Kramer is deleted with 6 items. And yesterday, you could have said, it's day 1. PSG looked way better than we were expecting. LGD.
That many flank wards here for Rainbow 7. They have to watch their sides, because otherwise an engage from Rakan could be devastating, but they're just forced back. They're forced away. They're still fighting.
How far do they want to go?
Minute, there's an Elder. All you got to do is catch someone and get them down below 20% HP. Rainbow 7, you got to make a decision. You can't just stay here for the entirety of it. Either go for a side lane or go for the win.
Mark is on the far right corner of your screen. Kramer on the left. That's the flank with on 5, but Shadowline's the hook.
Mark's being hooked. That's not really the target you want. There was no follow-up damage. Here's the Call of the Forge God as they push for the first Nexus Tower. Kramer locked out. Lacer diving forward. Xie has to flash away. And now the second Nexus Tower is the target as Rainbow 7 opening up. Smited by the gods of the Elder Dragon. Peanut goes down. Mark should fall shortly after. It's a double for Lacer. He's looking for more. Langxing diving in. The shockwave coming out. Jose Diodo gets one. Lacer pops the stopwatch. And this is it. Rainbow 7 take a flipping bow. That was beautiful.
Rainbow. Right? You know,
yeah.
Renekton can pop the Dominus, be very, very tanky. The Swain has so much sustain in these fights, too. I'm a little bit concerned at whether or not PSG will be able to get through the healing that Unicorns have drafted.
It's definitely going to be difficult for them. Of course, things like the Morello on the Echo can help out with that. Things like an Executioner's calling for the Volley Bear with the lightning damage, moving it across towards other people can help out a bunch. But PSG currently undefeated over the last 2 games, now being challenged by the Unicorns of Love, who've only played 1. I want to remind people before we get on into the game about is the Unicorns of Love and Paris Saint-Germain eSport, well, Talon, will jump onto the rest. 2-0 for PSG, 1-0 for the Unicorns.
All right, and we do have confirmation that will be the Swain down in the bottom lane. So Gadget showing off one of his other tools in the kit there, going up against D. He's going to be running the Conqueror, which again makes a lot of sense when you're against a lot of champions that want to force into you. Very difficult and something that, I mean, you need a cleanse to deal with.
Is this deja vu? Because I saw that play yesterday, and exactly the same result happened. Flash away from No Man's as the flash came in from Uniboy. We'll see if Conway decides to come for a repeat gank. And Nanasik is up into the top lane. Boss actually quite low here. He's going to tank up a tower, shot the knocked back with the rampaging charge, and there's first blood.
Wow.
Great dive there from the Unicorns of Love.
Yeah, really well done, but Conway not slowing down just yet. He wants to go bot.
Kaiwing does have the knocker, would have to flash to try and get onto Gadget, and they decide this is the right decision.
This is exactly set up how you want it to be as TP comes in, as D did end up committing to mid lane.
Here comes Unicorn as well. We'll see the Unicorns of Love are willing to give it up because maybe it's a bit more of a flip right now. Get the D2s out, get those coins, toss them up, see if it's heads or tails as Boss trades on the top
Here's
side.
the
Here's
TP.
the teleport from Gadget from behind the wall, but there's no blast going for him. He's going to work his way down through the bottom side of the fight. D is not really here. The Herald goes across and it's taken by Ananasik, and now the devastating charge is going to come out as Hanabi gets one, but the Shotgun finds three. Unicorns of Love will get the Herald and they'll get out. Curtain Call coming down as they look for a further trade, but the Unicorns of Love should just be able to walk their way out of this one. Kaiwing going in, flash, jumps, the taunt, the Paolo convergence coming out as well for the damage. Ananasik's going to fall. Next up on the menu is Gadget. He pulls Kaiwing back, and the final auto will be enough, but it's 3 kills to 2 in favor of PSG.
And there it is. We said it would happen, and PSG fought the Unicorns in that top river. They
Catch out Gadget. Here comes Kaiwing. They're going to dive onto Gadget. The root comes out. Kaiwing never moved, flashed away from. He's going to pull back Kaiwing now. As Gadget had to burn his flash. The Scuttler still fought over here on the top side as the base breaker comes in. Showstopper already used. Kongwei's going to get Shockwave.
There's a TP.
His Chrono Breakout and just about gets it. And now here comes the TP. Gadget on the backline with the Demonic Ascension. Trying to get that flare off as Hanabi dives towards Santos. Gadget pops.
Look at the healing.
Curtain Call coming out. Gadget healing up. No Man's almost down. Gadget's going to take a final shot to the back and he will fall. 1 kill to PSG.
PSG, they're fighting the river. They know they have the TP advantage, and Unicorns of Love are not doing their due diligence right there. Hanabi is able to come into the fight. Voss cannot help out whatsoever. Even with the damage Gadget was able to do, the time he was able to buy, PSG are the stronger team. The fights!
He will be next time.
Get him in the fights. He's got to be there to make that work, because you're totally right. He does have a large advantage, but now this Herald goes in the top lane to break 1 plate. Like, these types of moves don't seem like they're all adding up now for the Unicorns. You throw so much into getting that Herald. Why are we just using it for a single plate on a tower that was destined to fall?
I understand, Robin. I agree with you. Perhaps it could have been better prioritized, or perhaps we were saying it's 30 seconds before the turret plates fall is going to be a wrecking ball. The question is, can he be there?
Hello.
Goes in, Uniboy looking for the showstopper. He pulls him back, shut down. Goodbye, No Man's. The Uniboy Kongwei combo works out once again.
That's the setup we wanted to see. Well done from PSG, and now Unicorns in a 4 versus 5 situation. Right now, I think you just push mid wave, start hitting that tower, set up bot lane as well. Instead, they're actually completely giving up on mid lane. I'm a bit surprised to see this one, just not securing that minion themselves. But now PSG, after this Herald is taken, I think they can actually just turn it into mid lane. No one's here to defend from Unicorns.
That's where Kongwei's going.
And you don't have to put it
as well,
top either, because you already have 3 people in that area, so Boss is going to be denied this minion wave entirely. So Unicorns will love losing out big time on the back of that play and that singular pick from PSG.
And of course, because turret plates have fallen off, these towers don't get tankier the more you damage them, right?
Yeah.
They're just going to fall really quickly. Vito gets a charge.
Oh, TP behind.
And Kongwei has to flash away, still has the Chrono Bait, can dive back, but with the Time Wider, he's going to slow up Boss. The rest of PSG are on the top side of the map. Uniboy takes a little bit of a chunk. Parallel conversions will get the stun onto Boss. Gadget is rejoining the fight from the bottom side as Ananasik looking for that onslaught of shadows. Kongwei's going to dive across the wall. Gadget chasing forward. Never Move comes down. Kongwei almost dead. Jumps back with the parallel conversions, but he is locked down by the Unicorn.
Unicorns commit a lot right there to get the pick onto Kongwei, and a little bit,
PSG willing to take a bit of a flip at this. Shockwave is flashed away. I think you untake the flip. You place the table back gently that you were about to flip, and you decide, hey, you can take the dragon. Comes in from the bottom side of the fight. Kaiwing there as well. D there. Teleport coming in from Uniboy as they look to join this Barney. The dragon down to 1,000. The knock away. Shockwave comes out, and Ananasik is the one to secure a second spike. He's got this game. Quickness coming out to dive onto the backline. D trying to cleanse away. Flashes out, and Gadget almost gets him with the death hand. Hanabi down towards the bottom side of this is going to get taken out by No Man's and Santos. You have to feel. Ananasik will chase him down. The Stormbringer is brought to an early grave. 2 kills and the dragon to the Unicorn.
Ananasik huge with this fight, wanting PSG to come in. Fight us, let's go, let's party.
The curtains are gonna open, the knockup comes down, and Ananasik is almost taken out. Boish doesn't go in, and that's 1 kill. Kaiwing falls, the Baron goes down. The Unicorns of Love, they taunted PSG, as you said, Betty. Oh, sorry, Fedius.
Wow! Swaying the pivots in the draft to Gadget. The Orianna in game 1. The Swain in this game here have really been a curveball the teams haven't really figured out how to deal with.
Unicorn's going to take that top tier, bot tier 2. They're now looking for more as they go into the inhibitor line. Boss and Ananasik are pushing forward. Uniboy's going to use the face breaker. Tier 2 in the mid lane falls as well. 5,000 gold lead. Unicorns
one's mid.
trying to get the waves to sync up, but that bot wave is still a way away. But PSG, slow to react, slow to act, slow to get here for this a little bit of action as the inhibitor tower falls in the mid lane. PSG stepping forward, trying to find their mark, trying to find their man, but Unicorn's like, okay, you can go mid, we're going to go bot lane and bring in the wave that we prepped.
Yeah,
the wave
just
that
take
is
all
ready.
those towers. Just take all those towers, and D cannot fight. He is unable to fight until at least he has the cleanse back up, because as we've seen, Ananasik diving into the backline is so hard to deal with. There's no wave clear here either. Like, what can D or Kongwei hope to do? The answer is nothing. They can't even reach the cannon minion buffed up by the Baron that's constantly laying waste to this turret.
This is the final wave. 30 seconds on the Baron buff. 4.5 grand out of it so far for the Unicorns of Love, and they're looking for more as these double cannons just rain hell upon the inhibitor tower. Hanabi in the mid lane trying to trade. Here comes the showstopper. The Parallel Convergence won't find them. The quickness coming out, and there is the shockwave. No Man's gets out of the back of it, and PSG have been swept. They've been wiped off the map. Kaiwing falls, Uniboy falls, and now the inhibitors will fall shortly after. Onslaught of Shadow still available for Ananasik, and it is just so darn powerful. It is just so darn strong from the Unicorns. They take the first inhibitor, they're looking for the second.
Sometimes all it takes is that one clutch team fight, and that came for the Unicorns around the Dragon, and now they're looking for the end.
Looking to take down the only undefeated team in their group and stake their claim for the top spot, stake their claim for World Group stages. They're not going to be able to do it yet. Overstep just a little bit as PSG fight them back, hold them away from those Nexus towers. Double for Kongwei. Did Gadget really just flash the LGG symbol?
Maybe killing out No Man's there takes away a whole lot of their damage, and then also Gadget doesn't want to commit to the fight underneath the tower, which
almost there.
And no one can clear them out quickly. It's not like you can just instantly delete those minions. Uniboy loses the W on that one. The supers are inside of the base. The wave is here for the Unicorns of Love. This is it, Medic.
It's an army of minions. It's like we're watching Despicable Me right now as the minions continue to just do the bidding of the Unicorns. Onto the Nexus towers as the engage happens. Kaiwing tries to get on the backline, but the shockwave hits two. There's the knockup. There's the follow. Ananasik's going to dive onto the backline as well. The turret goes down. That's the first Nexus tower to fall. Gadget goes on a killing spree. D tries to do what he can as he opens up the curtains, but it's not going to be more than an encore here for PSG. Somehow they hold on to their inhibitor, but there's still 3 members of Unicorns left alive. No Man's going to stay around. D trying to clear out the super minions. No Nexus towers, and soon to be no inhibitors left for PSG. Kongwei is going to dive in. Santos is there to protect, but the Deadly Flourish does not quite connect.
Player of the game goes to the Unicorns minions while their team is running it down in the team fights.
This would be a game-defining moment for Kongwei, but already the shockwave comes out. He has the Chrono Break, he has the Parallel Convergence, here's the TP from PSG. They're looking for this fight. 3 members of the Unicorns on the back of the pit as here comes Gadget with the Demonic Ascension. They're looking for the knockup on him, and Ananasik is going to be able to get the Baron. And now the fight really begins as Gadget continues to step forward. Kongwei jumping in from the side. Hanabi trying to keep an Ananasik away from the fight.
No Man's can TP into the base.
No Man's can TP into the base if he wants. Gadget goes down first. Deadly Flourish misses. No Man's back, and he TPs into the fight. He wants more action, and Ananasik is trying to dive forward. But the Unicorns lose one, get the Baron, take a kill.
Yeah, No Man's was just waiting a couple seconds for the teleport to come back, and PSG don't have time to go to Fountain and sustain. They're going to have to turn and fight because the minions are here, and there's no towers on the Nexus.
You just can't do it. There's no way they can defend this. Kongwei dives forward, pops the stopwatch. But the super minion's going to do so much work. The shockwave finds 2. Hanabi taken low. Ananasik trying to get onto D. The Deadly Flourish connects the shut down as Boss takes the kill. Now the Nexus has to be the target. It's a double for Boss. He's showing up right at the final moments of this game. And the Nexus will fall, and Unicorns go 2-0 in their group.
It took them a couple extra tries right there for the Unicorn.
Height ability in their comp, with the Senna healing, with the Nidalee healing, with the Azir soldiers, whereas Mad Lions do really seem to want to dive into that backline.
Yeah, I do feel like both teams have like an overarching strategy where it's like you have to dive, right? You immediately notice from Mad Lions, but they also do have some flexibility, right? As soon as Mad Lions put a Zoe into their draft, well, now you can actually slow things down a bit. Look for a poke, potentially, and get that.
2018, Worlds 2018 as well. Snowflower. Was that MSI 2018 or Worlds 2018? Like,
I'm scribbling notes down furiously, Medic. I've got it.
They played more games at Worlds than Mad Lions have on stage.
Can they convert it into a 2-0 start? He could try to potentially play to fight around Shadow early on.
All right, now he's just going to go and steal away these Razor Beaks. Shadow, relatively low from his first count, has been spotted on a ward.
Yeah, but here's the thing, like, Hecarim does get fairly low in the jungle. If he does Raptors, he's going to sustain a lot off of that, but this is exactly what I'm saying. Like, Kakao counter jungles the Raptors and now walks straight through mid lane because Bolulu, he's going to have push in here too, so I really like this early game plan, how you can exploit having this Nidalee versus the Hecarim early on and some strong early lane. He knows that he's still here.
Here we go, Kakao's going to jump across the wall. Shadow looking for the smite, gets it. Level 4 on both of them now. The devastating charge is going to knock Kakao back, and Kakao actually is going to go very low here. Shadow has popped the ghost. Balulu's coming in from the side here as well. No Emperor's Divide on him yet. Humanoid looking for the sleep, can't quite land it. Does have the ignite. Humanoid deciding so far not to chuck that paddle stop. There was a flash in the mid lane as Balulu jumps back in. Snowflower now coming in from the bottom lane. But Balulu, very aggressive flash from him.
Getting some summoners blown.
There is the Zenith Blade, there's the spear. Kaiser's going to jump away, dodges all the way back to safety, doesn't even have to burn a flash.
Well, he has much mana, so fights can get really, really interesting. Shadow does have access to level 6, and Orome doesn't know this is coming.
Cyclone coming down, and Orome actually paths down towards Kakao, and that's first blood before Orome can react.
Yeah, and it's going on to Armut. We saw what happened with Shen. Now he's on the
Balulu,
Wukong.
no flash. He's going to try and get away, but there's the fear, and there's second kill of the game as Shadow takes down the Azir.
Yeah, really nicely done from both teams. Both junglers saw their windows, and they were able to attack. Orome did not see that one coming at all, but Zaytnot with a good roam will be in here in mid lane to pick up that bonus cannon before sprinting back down bot side because there's going to be a wave coming in there too. So a little bit of min-maxing from the bot side. Big winner though is Supermassive with this Rift Herald coming off the back of the play.
That spear just go wide with the Rift Herald?
Look, Rift Herald's big, but can tuck in if needed.
Okay, good to know. Rift Herald dodging.
At the teleport for Armut to come in on.
That's the Cyclone for nothing?
Yeah, I was looking, I was like, are we fighting up here? What's going on? Armut just pops that one, and now, here we go.
Snowflower's going to get knocked back with the devastating charge. There's the quickness. Snowflower flashes out of the knockup, though. The tenacity from the Mercury Treads actually saving his life.
It's a big purchase there. There's a lot of CC, too, from the Mad Lions. Here's Kakao. Can he find the spear? It's not quite going to connect. And Thule, and this is allowing Mad Lions to now look for a fight.
Solar Flare coming down. Shadow, of course, doesn't have Flash, doesn't have Ghost, doesn't have his ult, but he can knock Snowflower back. Dawning Shadow used. Humanoid looking for the Paddle Star. Shadow takes the spear to the back. Here's Armut. Flashes forward and swings down the hammer. Another kill to the Wukong.
Yeah, now Kakao is going to move that straight down into the Infernal Drake on top. So Supermassive, twice in a row now, Kakao has been able to convert a singular kill into a nice objective for the squad. And while the gold remains even, Supermassive are stacking those up.
Humanoid steals away the smite. Zenith Bladed on. Humanoid gets Ignite now as Kakao goes low. Kaiser trying to join, but here's the TP from Balulu. Just needs to shuffle his way in. Humanoid almost takes down Kakao, but Balulu is there. Supermassive, really swinging hard at the start of this Ashes Tooth. Looks like he actually might be going for Ludens first on the Azir here. And Armuth is in such a strong position as well. 3 plates taken in that top lane.
Well,
gonna get 5 as the Rift Herald comes down.
It's gonna be a little bit more than that. Really good play coming through from Supermassive. And Orome, as one person, you cannot hope to clear this quickly enough. That is a one-hit kill there. Gold shared between Armut and Kakao. And Mad Lions with, in a team fight very, very soon. So let's go down into what these teams need to accomplish. Mad Lions need to use Orome's ultimate to remove some of the frontliners. Probably an Armut from the fight allows Shadow and Kaiser to dive into the backside. They're stuck in the pit. Nope, they're not going to make the call. Orome's going to go back towards topside. But that's the idea. Again, Orome, even, after Armut's gotten a lot of kills, well, remove him from the fights, and it's going to be a lot better. And the hard engage can try to shut down this Nidalee Senna.
Shadow was super low on mana there, which is why I think they decided not to fight it. He probably had enough for an onslaught of Shadows, and that was about it. But here comes the quickness, and Shadow's actually coming back for the fight. They're going to knock Snowflower back. And with no flash, even with the Solar Flare, Dawning Shadow combination, I'm not sure
if the healing
comes out. Kakao joins the fight. It's a 1-for-1 in the bottom lane. As Kakao's now going to land the spear onto Kaiser.
He wants
Grand entrance used to exit as Mad Lions able to retreat. But Lulu's head, Kakao as well, doing an incredible job. Farming up as he's 400 gold ahead of Shadow. A
fun little thing on the Herald. I believe the eye opens quicker the more auto attacks it takes. So the clone from Armut helping out on that one. Not only position for the eye, but yeah, pop it open. There you go. quick take there from Supermassive. Kakao's going to be one to pick that up. I think that's the right decision in this one. I mean, Balulu's had a lot of pressure thrown his way in mid lane, but has stabilized in CS, and they can use that. But Mad Lions, they want to make an attack. No one's top lane. Arome's in mid, and they're all coming down to bot.
But Zeitnot and Snowflower are like, nah, we want none of this. They were already between their tier 1, tier 2s before anyone even started roaming down. They're like, we're not on the strong side of the map. Don't need to be anywhere near this. We don't know where Arome is. They just back away. They give up the turret. Don't lose any lives for it.
It's solid map play from both teams. Mad Lions did what they need to get the bot tower, but this Herald, of course, spins things up in mid lane. That should be able to knock down the turret.
Arome's trying to fight against Armut. Does have a level advantage as Armut goes in with a Cyclone. Arome, ooh, whoa, he's just dead before he can really do too much. Kakao gets the assist on the kill. Humanoid's able to save the tower.
Look at this, though. Mad Lions are underneath, and Zeitnot is not here, so they could force on Balulu.
Kazi looking for it. There's the quickness, but Lulu flashes away. The Dawning Shadow coming out. He's being put to sleep. Balulu falls, but Shadow's short to follow. You have to feel. Snowflower gets the kill. Supermassive take a loss, but also managed to get a kill of their owners. They killed Shadow.
If you doubted the Rakan Twitch combo, that is the proof of concept right there. Humanoid caught out, though.
There's the solar player. Humanoid has been locked in place. Kaiser's going to try and come in. Humanoid steals away a flash and is able to survive for the moment. Kazi now opening up his armor, comes in from the side. No Cyclone for him. Snowflower now on the wrong side of the rift, but he's going to be able to flash away as well, and he's healed
Teleport
up to
in.
almost full. The TP comes in from Arome, doesn't have the Realm of Death. Will have the Death's Grasp, doesn't quite hit Zeitnot as he steps to the side. Mad Lions feels a little bit like Flower in about 10 seconds time. In fact, it's just come off cooldown. Mad Lions gonna keep this dragon ticking over. Humanoid looking for the sleep, lands it onto Balulu. Snowflower goes forward, but misses the
Look at Armut!
But here is Armut. Cyclone onto the back line, and immediately Kaiser tries to defend Kazi. Armut now stepping forward in the Death Realm. He's trading against Arome. The dragon goes down and is taken by the Mad Lions. Humanoid off towards the top side, getting chased away. Balulu flashes forward, actually just jumps in with the Emperor's Divide, and Supermassive will get a kill for the dragon.
Yeah, that should be the mid tower as well. You can see Supermassive, very clear comms, cautiously playing out that team fight. They don't want to overcommit. They want to make use over their heals, and they say, fine, we'll give you the Drake, we'll take.
Have to give credit to Supermassive. They've just been playing this one out super patiently. Haven't always been looking for fights, haven't always been looking for kills, but they are 3,000 gold ahead. As Humanoid jumps in, almost kills Zeitnot, but Snowflower's going to chase him. There's the Dawning Shadow. That's exactly what we said. The portal jump can spell your demise. As Arome tries to trade it onto Armut, Death Realm is available, but there's the Emperor's Divide, and Kazi is chucked back into the midst of 5 members of Supermassive. He's gone. Arome's next on the menu. Supermassive are just wiping Mad Lions.
Supermassive just destroy them right there. Snowflower waiting over the wall. Humanoid does a lot of damage, but not that much damage, and Snowflower absolutely punished him. That's going to be the Baron on top, unless Shadow can steal.
Shadow, he's got no flash, he's got no Onslaught of Shadows, there's no way for him to get in this pit. In fact, at the moment, he's got no Smite Ender, it's still on a cooldown. Supermassive going to get the first Baron of the game, 22 minutes in. And we wondered whether the TCL representatives would be able to fight for the top spot in this group. Were they but like, half the damage you just did has been healed up in a moment. Kazi's going to look for the ambush, but Snowflower is here to protect and delay Mad Lions from finding the engage they're looking for. And now in goes Snowflower, the Solar Flare coming out. There's the Cyclone, the Wombo combo from Supermassive is exactly that. 2 quick kills and a third to follow. Supermassive are showing up.
Armut and Snowflower are nasty, and they do not give up. Balulu knocks down Shadow underneath the tower. This might just break Mad Lions.
I mean, it might just be game. Let's be honest. They haven't got the minion wave. That's the only thing I can see that could delay them, because this inhibitor tower is going to have all those extra resistances. 20 seconds still on Humanoid, 24 on Shadow, 20 on Arome. This is going to at least break the base of the Mad Lions. And Supermassive, well, they're really putting a name for themselves in this group, and you wonder. Next up, we see Team Liquid versus Legacy. Is it going to be Team Liquid versus
Supermassive? It really is just a Twitch show, you would imagine, but even then, the damage he deals is getting matched or beaten by Balulu's Azir on the other side of things, who now has a Zone. It's like you have double Zonias against the dive from Mad Lions. It feels bad because Shadow has dived into so many of these fights, but he has not been able to get much done with people flashing away, and now Supermassive have everything they need to break the base.
That was cheeky. So Dawning Shadow was used to delay the back of Kazi because they knew where he was, and now that means he can't get back here to defend the inhibitor in time, and Supermassive.
It's going down.
It's those sort of cheeky plays that really define games like this, like the wherewithal, the awareness to do that, to make sure the Twitch can't get back, to break the inhibitor tower, and now to look for that inhibitor itself as well. Armored is on the front line. Mad Lions looking for the flank position, looking to see if they can get onto the back line of Supermassive. But right now, Supermassive are just holding them at arm's length and saying, you can punch all you want. You're not finding your mark. You're not finding the connection. Mad Lions find a good sleep there onto Cacao, but the Paddle Star isn't there to follow up. Supermassive has, Snowflower has just used the Zenith Blade and didn't quite connect.
Yeah, and Supermassive, they have this turret to fall back on. So Mad Lions, they've forced fights hard, but it will not work if you do it running into the Azir and the powerful backline of Supermassive. This inhibitor already down below 50% HP, and Zynet punches it from a mile away.
So easy for the center to step up here. Armored on the front line. Death's Grasp not going to pull him back. That's the clone.
Snow's on the flank, they land the bubble.
Sleep onto Cacao, uses the stopwatch to make sure the Paddle Star can't connect. Snowflower goes forward, Zenith Blade misses, there's the Solar Flavor as well, and perhaps it's the chance for Mad Lions. The quickness comes out, Snowflower almost down, but you just don't have the damage. And now, even with the Sleep landing onto the Lulu and the devastating charge down, so the Shadows goes onto the back line, this is the only opportunity Mad Lions going to have, but you can see they're just getting ripped to shreds. They are being torn apart by Supermassive. Kazi is next on the menu. Humanoid's already dead. And Supermassive, with 3 players left alive, are TPing into the base. The Death's Grasp is going to stop Armored, but it is little solace for Mad Lions. Supermassive with a commanding performance, with a devastating performance, with a demolition of the Mad Lions.
Yeah, Armu just chasing down Rome for the final icing on the cake here. Supermassive played a great game. Snowflower time and time again finding those engagements and building up a huge lead over the Mad Lions. Supermassive are going to remain undefeated at Worlds.
And what wave is good-ish if you can get into the meat of the battle. Collateral damage and Call of the Foot. Like, I'm looking at this as like a buffet of ultimates. Just
yeah, for sure. Silas loves this, and especially the matchup against the Ornn in the top lane. You know, he's gonna have a good time, especially with the W. It's hard to push him out or actually look for a kill, but he can pick up that Ornn ult and then look for those TP pressure put around those areas to unlock support to roam with the jungler. I know it's not necessarily the legacy bread and butter, but the way they have drafted is exactly what they are saying. They want to play through that combination to support Tally and Raze hitting these turrets early.
And we just
for Bobbip to actually find a gank. Top lane, he can't go there. Mid lane, he can't really find a move either, but Tapoon, holy!
So this is where Legacy get their advantages. Tapoon,
dive top.
Impact is going to clear out the way with the Bellows Breath, gets the knock-up onto Tapoon, but here comes Bobbip. Impact with an early flash to get out. Summoner burnt there on the Ornn, and now Broxu is sitting around the middle.
Opportunity, but we're back for round 2, Medic.
There's only 3 minions here, though. One is going to get cleared out as Bobbip tries to get in, and Impact done a good job just of slowing up the Jarvan, and has a little chuckle as he watches him walk away.
Early game ganking jungler is if the opposition is recalling before you, it actually reduces a lot of the time where you can make plays. You know, he doesn't want to walk into mid lane on low HP when Tally is going to be low as well, because it's a very easy answer for Broxu.
Tapoon trading onto Impact once again. Just a couple more auto attacks would be enough, but the saving charge is saved. Impact will get away. Tally's recall was stopped. That's so good.
Broxu's going to keep going. Oh no, it's so doomed for Tally this whole wave. It might be kill.
Broxu smoke screen misses the end of the line. Tally has to burn his flash.
But it's a flash on top. It's not even just delaying the reset, forcing a TP out of Tally. Like, that is an entire...
Yesterday as well, the ability just to step forward, understand where your opponents are. Tally's going to get forced away here.
Ouch.
Has to dodge away because that shockwave is available for Jensen.
Exactly. It's the level 6 difference. We saw before the reset, Tally able to play a little bit more aggressively there. Now Bobbip is just around to help push out the ult.
Stepping forward. Ooh. I think what he was trying to do, so you can see where the Demacian standard is, right? Just between those 2 minions. Jensen deliberately towards it as Tally gets hit with the shockwave. Broxu trying to trade onto him. Bobbip in the way. Here comes the TP. Jensen flashes away, and now that teleport is going to be burnt for nothing. Tapoon unable to get into the fight.
It's a disaster for Legacy right there. Not only does Tallyquid is on the way to try and stop this from going down, and there's an arrow coming up the river.
Trying to Crystal Arrow. Goes wide. Tapoon, but the shockwave was available for Jensen. Instead, just chucked a little bit of damage down. Rift Herald secured. Tapoon trying to get onto Impact. Knock up. Jensen still stepping forward. The saving charge does not connect. Impact still chasing Tapoon down here. Tally's going to try and turn it back around, but Impact's so tanky. Shockwave stolen away by Tapoon. There's the culling onto Jensen. Tapoon goes in. Shockwave hits 2, but it's not enough as Team Liquid take a kill. And now CoreJJ has the flank position, has the quickness, and he's going
Here it is.
Trying to get onto Babbitt, now turning his attention to Tally. Can't land it with the grand entrance. Babbitt forced away, and Tally is all on his lonesome underneath the tower, but there's not a minion wave here yet. Tally actually
I
pushing
think I
out.
know how this one ends. Tally's trying to clear away the minions, but there's 4 members of Team Liquid here.
There is the Shockwave, and there goes Tally. 3-0 already for Team Liquid. A 2,000. Looking for a gank in the top lane. Tapoon hasn't really had the impact that Legacy would have wanted him to so far on this Silas. He jumps onto Boxer, steals away the collateral damage. There's a lot of work, but Tapoon will fall once again as Boxer just needs the final auto attack.
And just quickly trying to reload there. Bobbip in the jungle for Jensen.
Jumps onto Jensen. Jensen doesn't quite have flash back up yet. There's a Cataclysm, and Jensen will go down. First kill of the game to Legacy.
That is a good look, though, for Legacy. And Bobbip, we've been waiting for him to make a play on this drive, and it came a little bit late, but they still find Jensen inside the jungle and also deny him that blue buff. So a nice pickup. This is going to be multiple plates going over solo to Impact.
Oh, there's a Rift Herald available for Bobbip in the mid lane, though, so they're going to try and trade this as effectively as they can. Their goal would be to take this first plate down
Look
first.
at this. There could be a fight. Jensen will spawn in 5 seconds and has teleport. Core JJ is around. His ultimate just barely about to come up.
It looks like Legacy are being patient. They're being apprehensive about the possibility of a roam. So items, you can see Manamune stacking up on Tally. Seraph's Embrace, complete on Raze. Photo Belt on its way for Tapoon, but not quite there yet. Team Liquid are about to get the first dragon of the game. It's an ocean for them. And a cloud. Yes, he does. Babbitt's going to face check straight into him and realize he doesn't want a piece of that at all. Tally locked up with the Shockwave. Jensen trying to try and put some extra damage down with the command attack. But boom! Collateral damage from across the wall finds his 5th kill of the game. Gold bounty right now. Tally almost goes down to the collateral damage. The shield from the Lantern will keep him safe for the moment. But here's Jensen. Did have the Shockwave, decided not to use it. Babbit forces him away. The Shockwave comes out, and there's the flash from the Jarvan. Meanwhile, that tower is chunking away at the minions, yet to be taken, but will be short to fall, you have to feel.
But it's just total dominance from Team Liquid. Don't even let him near the tower. Deny the CS, deny everything, steal away jungle camps.
This is how you play textbook League of Legends.
Oh,
you
absolutely.
Get a lead, and you choke the enemy team out of the game, and that's what's happened, right? They were. Box is going to get the second Rift Herald of the game. First, of course, was secured by Babbit with a nice little players box who is stealing his blue. But this will be able to open up that mid lane. That's the one benefit I guess Legacy have, is it's actually quite hard to siege against the Ziggs, because the Ziggs just like Hextech Minefield, a couple of bombs, the wave is cleared.
Sure.
So the Rift Herald gives you that opportunity just to take a tower a lot easier.
Yeah, I think later on when we get into the game, like TL might actually start committing ultimates like the Orianna Shockwave, the Ornn ultimate as well, to try and zone that Ziggs away from it. Or Cloud Drake, rather, is going to be spawning for that reduced ultimate CDR. And now, here comes Arrow in the mid. That'll just instantly break the tower.
It's just above half HP. Boom. Oh, you said instantly, Ender.
Yeah, it was like
Your
instantly give or
calculations
take.
were incorrect. There's
Oh,
the
no.
Shockwave onto Babbit.
Oh, the
Straight
combo!
Into the knock-up. Babbit's calculations on how long he could survive.
You know, it's very kind, Mr. Broxa. Back when he was in the LEC, we used to have a little phrase. It was thank Mr. Broxa.
Mr. Broxa.
He comes to your lane, he blesses you with a kill. A lot of thanking for Broxa in this game, I feel like, for the carry.
Oh, Core JJ and Tactical here looking for a flank position on Tapoon. Jensen's on the chase. 2-level advantage for Jensen. And Tapoon doesn't have a good ultimate to steal out of the ones available to him. An arrow might help, but you can only lock up one of the 3 opponents. The Shockwave misses. Jensen has a little bit of a sad B.
No, that was Tapoon's Shockwave. He was using it to clear the wave. He stole it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. But his Shockwave missed.
Yeah. Here we go. Got another fight in the bot lane.
Deary me, and Tally able to dodge away from the call of the Forge God. Guys, this is one of those games with on the control ward. I doubt he'll go for the full on.
There's a fight in the bot lane.
Yeah, Impact's going to kill Tally. That's about it.
That's all you can call.
The call of the Forge God into the clapback.
I was
combo.
expecting the assassin tank backline mage AD carry. The flowers call. Here we go. Let's see if Bobbip. Every time you step past that first brush, and I'm like, he's gonna die.
The tower's going to go down. Core JJ does have the quickness here. Tapoon's going to steal it away and charm Core JJ out of going for the full engage.
TSM.
Hey, we have to
play later.
The emote for the team that beat the enemy team in their finals, or in their
There we go, Core JJ.
Core JJ goes in with the quickness and immediately goes out with the quickness. They're just looking for the tower. You talked about it a little bit, and investing ultimates to make sure you can take the turret. If you get the kill, great, as Jensen does manage to chunk out Isles, but that way he plans out a fight in advance as Babbit Core JJ is going to be able to get out. Tapoon there as well. Call of the Forge God coming out as Team Liquid look to see if they can re-engage. Don't really quite find it. Yeah, Impact misses the knockup. Yeah, but he plans out the whole fight, and then he says discombobulate and hits the guy on either side of his head.
Right.
That would. Core JJ in a great position. Tapoon trying to be there as well. Trying to see if Core's coming in for a flank position, but Tapoon already knocked up, and here comes Core JJ slowly waiting.
He's waiting. He's patient.
Here he goes. Call of the Forge got used. He jumps onto the backline. Tactical not able to get in range. Brox is actually chunked out just a little bit. Tally going in with the culling as well. Brox is low.
Thank you, Mr. Dragon.
At the back of it, Tapoon will be the first to fall as Jensen takes the kill. Tactical steps forward, looking for Raze, looking for Tally. Core JJ now the front line for Team Liquid.
Jensen still has ulti.
Enchanted Crystal Arrow goes wide, as you say. Jensen still has the Shockwave. Tactical chunked out. Hextech Minefield, not quite enough. Io's going to fall to the Hextech wind up from Jensen. Clockwork wind up. Actually, Oyana's passive as Babib jumps back in. Jensen, there's the Shockwave, there's the double. And it took Team Liquid a little while longer than we expected, but they managed to clean up the fight.
Yeah, Ray's trying to teleport out of this one.
Buxa!
He's gonna make it out, but the rest of Legacy could not.
Liquid are doing exactly what you should do in this situation. They are 12,000 gold ahead. Cannon minion here, and there goes the Shurelius looking for the chase. Impact's just gonna put his body between the turret and the rest of Team Liquid. There goes the first inhibitor. Inhibitor tower, the inhibitor is shortly to follow. Call of the Forge God used onto Jensen. He's going to eat the Mega Inferno Bomb, but able to get away. There's the counter Call of the Forge God. Only hits onto Isles. Inhibitor does fall in the top lane, and now the rest of Team Liquid will rotate over, join Jensen, and push in this mid lane.
One inhibitor falls, the next on the cards, and the ulti down for Tapoon. Still long cooldown before level 16. Mark raised the instant Mikhail's. Well played by Isles, but not well played enough to stay or to keep this inhibitor alive.
Yeah, I don't think Isles could do anything right now by himself to keep the inhibitor alive.
But it was good Mikhail's.
He's a support. He did what he could. Had a good Mikhail's. Didn't really have much influence on this game. A lot of this was decided by the top side of the map and how fed Broxer got in the first 10 minutes.
Also, shout out Jensen, because while Broxer was picking up the kills, Jensen was involved in all of them.
Core JJ hooked there by Isles, but now with the super minion, the cannon minions pushing in, Baron buff on them. It looks like Team Liquid might be looking to end this one. They still have 30 seconds with the Baron buff, and Super Wave on its way, almost at the tier 3 tower in the top lane. It's going to chip away at these turrets. Impact still full HP.
All right, this is the wave, Team Liquid. Let's go for the towers.
Impact looks for the searing charge. The first Nexus tower with the target in that top side. Down to about half HP right now. Legacy looking for an opportunity to re-engage. The Nexus tower almost falls. Impact eats all of the damage he can. Takes none in response. Box is now like, hey guys, let's do it tutorial style. I've been watching a lot of Bob Ross. I like to paint by numbers. I want to take this bot lane inhibitor.
But do they even? I think they just want to close out here now, Medic.
They will get the first Nexus tower. Now they're looking for the second. The arrow goes wide. Just chops off the top of a minion's haircut. And Legacy just continuing to try and defend. Tactical steps forward. It's the Call of the Forge God. The Cataclysm used by Babbitt. Tactical Tally's already down. Jensen gets one. Tapoon's fallen. Babbitt's fallen. There's another. Ios goes down. Tally the next to follow as Impact tries to chase him away. Tally does what he can with the Carlin, gets back onto the fountain and just about survives. But not much can be said for Legacy's base as Tally goes down on the fountain. Only Raze left alive. 0, 0, 0, and 0 seems to be the chance that Legacy had. Team Liquid are 2-0.